This is Chengdu, a mega city in western China. It is also the economic hinterland and transportation hub of this region.
Chengdu's spicy and diverse cuisine has made it one of the world's food capitals. With its 2,300 years of urban history, Chengdu exhibits the unique charm of mysterious culture and long-standing civilization. Walking on the streets of Chengdu, you can always feel the great vitality and vibrancy of ordinary city life.
This is Los Angeles, known as the City of Angels, located on the west coast of the United States in California. It is the second largest city in the United States with a population of 4,086,700 people. It is also home to the incredibly profitable entertainment industry centered in Hollywood, helping to make California the fourth largest economy in the world.
Hi, I'm Becky, and I'm a science teacher at an international school in Chengdu. And Anthony is a friend of mine when I was studying overseas.
Hi, my name's Anthony. I'm actually a native of Los Angeles. I worked in post-production and as a producer for several shows. Then I decided to go out on my own and start my own business doing marketing.
Anthony and I live in Los Angeles and Chengdu respectively, which are 12,000 kilometers apart with a 16-hour time difference. Regardless of that, both cities are full of vibrancy and a diverse culture.
We're going to take you with us throughout LA and Chengdu to see all of our daily life, people that we're going to meet, and the best parts of Los Angeles and Chengdu.
Was baggage claim
So this is Venice Beach, one of the best beaches in California. The weather's so perfect, it's one of my favorite spots, and I love to come here every day to take a little run. So let's get started. This is California's Central Coast, 137 kilometers of beautiful beachside towns like Venice Beach, where I am right now. For myself, I try to get out here every morning and do a quick run. It really gets my head on straight for everything I have going during the day. Whew. Getting water, thirsty. Hello.
Hello.
Just that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All
right, have a good day. So I just got back. I just finished my 1 hour run, which is about 6 kilometers. Whenever I get out here, right alongside the ocean, it's absolutely beautiful. I love it. And as you can see, we also have a lot of cool shops here. They sell sunglasses and a lot of handmade things from people who work and live down here. It's definitely a place you've got to come when you're in LA. So much of Los Angeles is people who are coming here rather than people who are being born here. And they come here to share their arts. Whether you're along Venice Beach and you see the street performers, or down in Hollywood where you see everybody out trying to make it in the entertainment business, there's a real vibe of arts and culture in Los Angeles. It's everywhere. Anyway, let's go back to the car and change. I want to meet up with a friend to talk to him about some new business ideas.
We are here at Qinglong Lake, where I run around twice a week. It is a huge park and very popular for the locals to come here to do all sorts of exercises. Chengdu is a park city. There are over 1,100 parks in Chengdu, each with its own theme. For example, Qinglong Lake is well known for its use of smart technology. We have a smart running track here where you can register your information, the runner's information, on this big screen. While you run around the track, the high-resolution cameras will capture the runner's motion data and be displayed here. This is a 3.3 kilometers running track around the lake, and there are many high-definition cameras situated along the track. You will see one soon. I believe it's right in front of us. After running, I'd like to come down here and just enjoy the lake view. On this large screen, you can see the runners that come here regularly, and this is their motion data. This kind of smart technology is not just here in Qinglong Lake. It is actually everywhere in different kinds of parks in Chengdu, and it really enhances the running experience of the runners. All right, let's go to work. Anthony, how long have you been working out in the morning?
For me, myself, I've been doing fitness for about 13 years.
At what age do Americans usually start working out to?
It's a big deal in America. Here in the US, a lot of people put their kids in sports. When people enter the workforce, and they tend to migrate more into going to the gym. But here in Los Angeles, it's extremely popular to get outside. We have such wonderful weather, and it's really something you want to take advantage of when you're in Southern California. In China, what do people work out a lot?
I'm in Chengdu. It is one of the cities that has the most people exercising.
And in addition, more and more top international sports events have chosen Chengdu as their host city.
I really enjoy running, and we have many of those parks and gardens for cycling, for running, and we have a very well-known Tianfu Greenway, and it's got like the world's longest track length. People can do like a whole day cycling around that track, so it really encourages people to exercise. People usually go to work at around 8:30 in my city. The most preferred way to go to work, if it's only a short distance, has got to be the shared bikes. The shared bikes introduced in 2016 in Chengdu are very popular in almost every other city in China. A survey showed that over 2 million users in Chengdu alone ride over 3.6 million kilometers each day. I go to work by subway a lot. In the past 13 years, Chengdu has opened 19 subway lines, and all of them starts operating at 6 o'clock every morning. It only costs you 2 RMB to travel 4 kilometers on a subway, and it is capped at 12 RMB. People who commute by subway generally don't pay more than 200 kwai a month. No wonder it is the primary choice of more than 60% of young Chengdu people. It's 8:27 in the morning, and here's my train. My favorite thing to do on my way to work is watching videos. The most favorite website for Chinese young people is Bilibili. It is really a great way for entertainment and cultural things to be shared online. Here we are, just under 20 minutes.
So whenever I'm driving, I love to throw on a podcast. It's all about business and entrepreneurship and finance, and when you're running your own company, how to be successful at it.
So what time do you guys start work? Because in LA, there's 2 real sets. People who do more labor work start around 7 a.m. and then the people who work in offices start closer to 9. What ends up happening is that creates really rough traffic from about 6 a.m. all the way till about 9:45, 10 o'clock. And then things slow down and they pick up again with heavy traffic around 3 o'clock, because the people who started earlier are getting off, and the people who started later get off closer to around 5 or 6, and so that traffic continues until around 6:30 or 7 o'clock at night. A lot of the reason why there's so much traffic here is that no one really rides the bus or metro. Freeways are structured and the city is built, and if you want to take the metro though, it's $1.75 for one-way ticket. For most of us in LA, it's more feasible just to drive a car.
Anthony, I wonder at what age do they have their first cars?
I got my first car when I was 16. We are a city of freeways, so you pretty much have to have your own car to get anywhere.
I'm also a little bit curious about the price of petrol.
I think they're actually rather similar to the prices in China. We're about 0.85 RMB per liter.
How much on average do people or yourself spend on transportation?
People are in their cars so much it can feel like you live out of your car, or you're in your car more than you're in your house. Maybe a 80-kilometer commute one way. All in all, including the car itself, maybe $900 to $1,600 per month. Most people, and in Chengdu, use public transportation, right?
Yes, because it's cheap, convenient, and the buses in Chengdu, it's only 2 RMB per ride. We have around 1,000 different routes you can get anywhere.
So right now we're driving through Hollywood. I love doing it. Every time I come back here, I really feel inspired by all the creativity. You know, so many movies have been made here. I used to work down here when I was a producer for different shows. Got to work with Marvel, Disney, LA, and some of the things that Hollywood's most known for all started here. This sign, at over 15 meters tall, is 100 years old and is one of the most iconic parts of Los Angeles. This is one of the most famous spots in all of Hollywood, the Chinese Theater. Originally built in 1927 by Sid Grauman, this is the place, if you're in Hollywood, where movies happen. You can see all of these great spots here on the sidewalk where hundreds of actors, famous people, have all signed their names, imprinted their hands and their feet in cement and in history. It's Kobe Bryant. We got everybody in here at Madame Tussauds The Wax Museum. It's awesome. I'm sure you guys know who this is. Jackie Chan, super famous in China. So when I was in college, I studied film production, and then I came to Los Angeles and I started actually doing film production. It's where everybody comes who's trying to make it in the entertainment business, and you could really feel that energy.
Hi, how's it going?
Good, how are you?
I'm good. I got you a coffee and donuts. I don't know if you like that.
Thank you, that's great.
Do you have any plans for the future?
Yeah, so I left the corporate production environment and then I started my own business doing the same thing, but just going out on my own and getting my new clients rather than working for like a large show or for a studio.
So I guess there's any good policies in LA for young people?
You can have investors come in, you can apply for grants from the government or from organizations that go towards people trying to start their own business. So there's opportunities now that you have a place to direct everything.
Hello, morning teacher.
Morning. Here is where I work. The school starts at 8:15 and it goes all the way until 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Basically in China, the working hours will be 8 to 9 hours each day. Morning, Sherry.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Great. Whenever I'm not teaching in class, I'm planning lessons. About half of the teaching staff in our school is still Chinese. So I majored in genetics at university. I went on to do a graduate diploma of secondary teaching. However, I've seen a research that about 45% of young people in China don't pursue a career that's relevant to what they've learned at uni. However, more than half of the people still do something that's related. Our school really values the importance of physical education. Although I have a lot of teaching period and classes, I feel I'm not by myself. I always have my teammates. They give me lots and lots of support. That makes me feel I can do what I'm doing. What do you think is the average attitudes of the young people in America towards their work?
Young people who are doing more gig economy jobs, usually these are people in maybe the entertainment business or trying to become actors. That's a very common career path for people here in Los Angeles. So rather than a traditional work day of maybe like 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., having an extra long work day.
In Chengdu, while some people like me prefer stable jobs, a growing number of young people, driven by the development of the internet, gravitate towards being their own bosses, engaging in live streaming and vlogging. Meanwhile, the esports and animation industries are on the fast track of development, thanks to the hardworking and creative young people in Chengdu.
What's the average salary young people in America?
Like $80,000 for, that would be like a young person's salary. The costs of living, I mean, it's great to have the income on one hand, but then you go to pay to live there and you're like, where'd my income go? So what about in Chengdu?
100,000 RMB a year with a few years more experience to around 200 and 300,000. Through following Anthony and I for a whole day, we have seen the beauty and charm of both Los Angeles and Chengdu. Though living in different cities in the world and having very different backgrounds in life, we're still strongly connected as the distance between cities are getting smaller and smaller.
The young people in both of these great cities really aren't that different after all.
How about you? Where do you live in the world? What sort of amazing life do you live now? Feel free to comment down below and share with us your life.